welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into, well, the really exciting return of an ultra-running legend.
Yeah, it's been quite the story.
Definitely. We're looking at the recent Laredo Ultra Trail. It's part of the UTMB World Series, and specifically, Courtney Dauwalter's just incredible win there. But this isn't just about another win, right? It's really about seeing this dominant athlete bounce back after a pretty rare stumble.
Exactly. That DNF was unusual for her.
Right. So our mission for you today is to unpack the key data, the insights from this race. We want to understand what her performance really means and maybe what it tells us about elite ultra running overall.
Okay,
so let's get into it. Courtney Dauwalter just stormed the 120K Laredo Ultra Trail. He finished in 14 hours, 14 minutes, and 40 seconds. Pretty amazing time.
Really is. And what's wild is how close she was to the record.
Yeah, just 5 minutes off Rosanna Buschauer's course record from 2024. That's close.
Super close on a course like that.
And crucially, like we mentioned, this win comes right after that DNF that did not finish at the Cocodona 250 back in May. So it really emphasizes, she's back. Top form.
Yeah, no question. And what's fascinating, too, is looking at the whole women's podium. Alyssa Clark from the U.S., she came in second. Her time was 14.43.51.
Okay.
And then Karolina Rytschojak from Poland, she rounded out the podium in 16.19.57. Apparently, Marina Cugnetto from Italy, she was running strong but had to drop out around the 90K mark, which, happens in these long races.
Oh, absolutely. Tough breaks.
Yeah. And just to give you the sort of full picture of the competition, because these UTMB events are globally huge, right?
Right, top tier.
Ben Diamond, another American runner, he actually won the men's race and set a new course record, 11 hours, 49 minutes, 16 seconds.
Wow, okay, crushing it.
Yeah, he'd won the Grand Raid Ventoux 100K back in April, too, so he's clearly on a roll. Raul Butacci from Romania was second, Andreas Raderer from Italy third, so, stacked field all around.
Totally. Yeah. But, okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me, thinking about Courtney. After her win, someone on Instagram commented, and this just captures it perfectly. They said, she looks like she ran a 5K.
That comment, yeah.
Right. I mean, it's funny, but what does that really tell you?
Yeah.
About the kind of mastery involved to finish a race like that and look fresh, especially after bouncing back from that DNF.
Well, it's sort of the ultimate display of ultra running efficiency and composure, isn't it? It speaks volumes about her physical conditioning, sure, but also her mental game. To push so hard for 14 hours through fatigue, pain, everything, and still maintain form and apparent ease. That's next level. It's not just about enduring, it's about doing it with such control.
It's like a mental discipline thing too.
Yeah.
Resetting after Cocodona.
Absolutely. To mentally reset after a rare failure like a DNF, then come back weeks later and dominate a tough 120K. That requires immense mental fortitude. It shows this ability to separate the feeling of effort from the actual performance. That's often what sets the legends apart.
And when you actually picture the course itself, the Laredo Ultra Trail, that looks like a 5K comment becomes even more, mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Remind us, what are the specifics of that course?
Yeah, okay, so the Laredo Ultra Trail by UTMB, it started back in 2007. It runs through a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Dolomites. Stunning, but brutal.
Right.
We're talking over 19,000 feet of elevation gain. That's about 5,800 meters, over 75 miles, which is the 120K.
19,000 feet.
Yeah, it's a massive amount of climbing and descending on technical terrain. So finishing that race looking strong isn't just impressive, it's almost unbelievable. And, she often does this in her Salomon Slab Genesis shoes, which kind of points to this consistent, reliable approach she has. Strategy matters.
Okay, so what's the big takeaway here? What does this all mean for you listening? I think this deep dive into Courtney's performance really sends a powerful message, right? It's about resilience, about peak performance under pressure. Her comeback, it's not just about athletic talent, which is obviously huge, but it's also about that mental strength, the grit needed to recover from a setback and just keep dominating in such an extreme sport.
Yeah, it really underscores the importance of sustained focus, strategy, and that mental game we talked about.
So maybe here's something to chew on. What does it really take, beyond just the insane physical training, for someone to have a rare DNF, then just weeks later jump back into a really tough 75-mile race and win it so convincingly they look like they barely broke a sweat?
How do elite ultra runners like Courtney Dauwalter manage that mental reset? How do they push past limits that seem, absolute? That's the fascinating part, isn't it? Something to think about.